Season 4 from Andro's perspective. Got 2 teams of 5. His tools, so the way they're doing this is they have it set up so that players have to find their teammates before they can get on a call with them. So let's check proximity, or actually let's just do /near. Glipper is the nearest person to James. That's a power team. No one near Frost. No one near Brody. No one near Reggie. Nope. Which I'm assuming will mean there's no one there. Let's see proximity. Closest players are Reggie and Talon with 227 blocks. This only shows enemy players though, so you may notice it's all red and blue. Nice birch forest here. For 10 players, this is an awfully big map, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, there's some right here. It's Blah. Blah and Scoops are on different teams, so they won't be joining a call together. I did see someone on red was in a mountain. I believe it was Kalina. So maybe they'll meet up. looks like Glyph has found James the Douglas, and FrostBros has found the 22 scoops. Glyph's over here in this village. Is there a bookhouse? It doesn't appear so. Oh, no, this isn't a bookhouse. 3 of these ones. What kind of wacky gem? They didn't take the bell. They are sinning. I don't think I've seen... Yeah, no shrine chests have been opened yet. So, that won't affect the game too much, I don't think. Let's TP to Brody, see if there's anyone over here. Still no one. If I fly this way a little bit. This way a little bit more. Nope. Looks like Brody might have the curse of being alone for a while. What about you? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Bam, nothing. Unfortunate. Reggie in this direction. At least if we TP to him, are we gonna get him /near? Doesn't look like it. So he might be cursed to be alone for a while as well. Although he might be the kind of guy who prefers. Oh, Brody and Reggie are actually near each other. Okay. Within a 250 block span. Oh, Reggie took damage to a sweet berry bush. But that gave him a little spook. Brodator has played on here, as has FrostBros, so I expect them to be a little bit more knowledgeable. I've seen James and Alan in a few games, but they don't play as much as Frost, I think. I think Frost is probably the one with the most experience on the server. But it appears Glyph has a decent amount of version knowledge. So, definitely players to watch out for in this game. And with James and Glyph already together, and Frost with nobody. Well, I guess he is with Scoops. I had forgotten about that. Scoops played a decent amount for like 2 weeks, and then disappeared after that. But he did win a few games, so he's definitely a player that could make an impression in this game. There's a Wild Living Mineshaft. This could make an impression as well. Diamond vein there. Probably a diamond vein in the mineshaft somewhere. Maybe not. Rare. Rare to see. It's exactly the kind of mineshaft I would find. Yeah, I'm not seeing one. Slash TP Regifloat. Let's run /near around him again. Still nobody. Brody's close to Scoops. This is really good for him, because that would mean he'd join a call with 2 of his teammates. Although it looks like he's going in the wrong direction, actually. Oh, he has already found them. Okay, never mind. I just looked at Discord, and they're all in the same call. That's big, because Brody can hold his own in this version, or else he wouldn't run his own 1.9 plus recorded round. It looks like Glyph has logged off for a second. And might not be coming off. Oh, FrostBros might have TL'd. Oops. Well, hopefully his teammates just choose to ignore it. Although it's probably pretty hard to do that. Talon using torches. Interesting play with Fulbright as a command on the server. Very interesting. Glyph hopefully will come back soon, because that's a big player for that team. Originally, Glyph was actually not on that team, and we had to switch them around just to make it a little bit more fair. Tasty Bacon's and Glyph, because people thought that duo would just be too strong. Looking around, I'm not seeing much in the way of good caves around Talon. That could greatly hinder his team if he's not able to cave much. This coverage is brought to you by Andronicus. It's TP to Regifloat. He is currently sitting in a hole, smelting charcoal. Interesting. You can tell a few of these people have not played very much UHC recently. Brody might have to deal with a baby zombie here and lose his Iron Man. Oh, it appears he's just gonna run. That is probably the smarter play. Look at him in all his glory. In all his Brodator glory. Alright, let's go to FrostBros. FrostBros is currently trying to find his way around this cave spider spawner. I don't know if he realizes, but they've already spread a little bit, which could knock him down to low health quite quickly, which would not help his team very much. This is a good cave though, and definitely somewhere he wants to be. It's unlikely he'd find this diamond vein, but not impossible. There's also several minecart chests, which would produce some gaps, possible diamonds. And oh, here's some diamonds here, 2 vein, it looks like, because there's no diagonal vein. That would produce a sword, which is definitely good in this version. Any diamonds around here? Has he broken into the mine shaft yet? Oh, there's some more diamonds, so he would be able to get enchanted from this cave. And with him being in a call with 2 of his teammates, that would be pretty big. He did not get poisoned, luckily for him. I don't think he has an iron pick yet. Oh, he does. He just didn't grab the gold. Interesting. Interesting choice. Although, I guess he doesn't want to risk getting poisoned, which is very understandable. He's definitely one of the better cavers in this roster, so definitely someone that'll make an impact, especially when he has bows as well. He's more of a bow type player from when I've fought him. He enjoys fighting at range. He's about to find 2 minecart chests, so let's see what he gets out of these. Torches. Gap in gold. That's definitely good. Flame is disabled, and so is Fire Aspect, but they'll convert to Sharpness and Power Books. I believe Flame is Power 3, and Sharpness is based on the level of the Fire Aspect, so 2 for 2 and 1 for 1. Another gap. That's big. This will be a very healing-based game, I feel. Although the potential for dropping is possible with 5 people fighting. There's always the chance that somebody gets picked off early and it ends up being 2v1 situation for somebody else. Especially if Glyph isn't coming back. That greatly limits the potential of the team. It also might make it so that they have to hunt early to try and pick off somebody on the other team. Alright, it looks like Glyph is on her way back, which is very good for this team. Frost missed pretty easy diamonds over here in the 2 vein that I called out earlier. Let's go to Regifloat again. He is also in a low Y value mineshaft, or should be shortly, if he hears this water. It is not low enough to produce a lot of diamonds though. However, there are a few minecart chests which could be game-changing books. Let's TP James the Douglas. He is currently fighting a creeper. I think this is where he realizes he doesn't have shield, or just needs to craft one. Let's see. His cave looks like it could be good, in fact. It also has a mine shaft. However, the only point it goes down low enough to find diamonds would be here, and there does not appear to be diamonds in this location. There's a little bit down here. Yeah, it doesn't look like he'll be finding much in the way of diamonds, which is surprising. Frost finding more gold. Let's CP back to Brody. Still on 100. Currently sitting at the bottom of his mine. He'll mine into this gold probably. He could potentially find this ravine. Rather, should find this ravine. And maybe this diamond vein, which could be 4, 5, who knows. Don't think he'll find that spawner. But alright, let's go back to the 22 scoops. We haven't looked at him in a while. He just mined some gold. He's also in a low Y value mineshaft. It appears that he isn't going to find much here though. He does have F iron, which is important because PvP will be enabled soon. Let's check slash proximity again, see if anyone's close enough to fight. FrostBros and Alan. Alan is not with his team. He does not know where Frost is, it appears. And they are 60 blocks apart. Frost is over here. I don't know if Frost will have 2 kill Alan. That would be huge for his team. Especially with Glyph still not on and almost down an episode. An episode can make a huge difference, especially when it comes down to getting iron and whatnot. Frost is looking pretty good right now. He does not have iron weapons yet. Oh, he's just crafted a sword. He has 2 gaps as well, which is more than anyone else can boast, and I believe is the only player with full iron. Definitely not somebody that Alan wants to mess with right now, considering his lack of gear. And the fact that Frost is just a really good player. Frost finally found those diamonds. Let's go to the second closest pair, which is Tasty Bacon's Z. He is digging into this ravine right here. He's about 150-ish blocks from James, which, depending on which direction his cave takes him, could be another blow for one of the 2 teams. Because James is definitely a respectable player in this version. He knows what he's doing. Glyph is now back. Let's see what her situation is. Still on surface. She does have 10 apples, which means she's pretty good there. She has book stuff. She can go down. She's crafted a stack and 14 bread. I don't think she's going to run out of food anytime soon. Blue as a whole seems quite prepared. Got yawn. For some reason, Talon skips one cow and goes for another. Quite odd.